Girl on the Govy, who just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Are you kidding me? You are too kind to me, Krissy. Chrysanthemum. You're muted. I can't hear you.
Then let me say it again. What if I was picking my nose?
Well, you didn't appear to be, but that would have just been...
What if I would have like, oh, hi.
I'll do it.
Like my 8-year-old.
Yeah, I was just
and her finger all the way up. Nora, are you picking your nose? No.
No, but your
testing your
finger
brain?
is like knuckle deep.
Right.
Right. And when you're little, you can do that. Yeah, I live in a house.
Lie bold-faced to your parents?
Yeah, especially boys.
Oh, okay.
Boys. Like I could walk into the kitchen and my youngest Benny, he could have a popsicle in his hand and half in his mouth. And I could say, Benny, did you get into the popsicles? No.
No.
No. It's in your hand. You're eating it right now. No.
Doesn't get more red-handed.
It doesn't. Boys. Gotta love them. So first of all, welcome to the stream again. I think you have fast become, and this segment has fast become what people love about this channel. So you're stuck. If you leave, I'm ruined.
Yeah, we're gonna have to negotiate my contract for a while here.
We'll give you a percentage. So this past week, I edited down all of our segments, and they're on a playlist now. So that's
People
fun.
are watching them.
Yeah, that's
People
super fun. I thought, like, okay, I don't know. First of all, these live streams don't get as many views as a lot of the other things that I do because I don't know that, like, YouTube doesn't really rank them really well after it's live for whatever reason. So I'm like, there's so many people who watch all of the videos on this channel that have never seen this. And they might not go to the Friday Night Lives or the On the Pens. Like, I want to make these have their own spot. So that's what that was about.
Well, you know, maybe we should just, we need to talk after it's just not fair.
Yeah. Have your, hey, there's Kidney Bean Me on the questionable Mounjaro pen.
Oh, it's always opposite.
I know. I can never figure it out either.
No, it's not. It isn't opposite, but it feels like it should be here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If people knew me, they'd know.
Okay.
I talk a good game. There's not a lot up there.
Along the lines of like trying to figure that out in your brain, I had to deliver some trailers for work. So I sell portable stoplights for a living is what I do. And every now and again, I sell one close enough that I have to deliver it. And which is cool to be able to do that. But like, usually I get there and I have to back it up into some sort of something. And it's usually really tight. And it's like the same thing in your brain. You're like, I have to turn it this way to go that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like,
that's my biggest fear is that I'm going to get myself into one of those situations someday.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to know what to do. I think we're safe there.
You figure it out eventually, but it's a little bit hard at first.
Selling traffic lights, portable traffic lights.
You know what would be fun?
That's like, a niche.
Maybe they would just let us switch jobs for a day. I kind of feel like if
I feel like the board of nursing's not going to let that happen.
We have to tell them. Like I could just show up and be like,
people. Did I tell you that I give fentanyl? Like I
could figure it out. I could figure it out. Just Google it, right?
That's how I live my life. YouTube.
I'll ask ChatGPT.
That's how I learned to camp.
Hey,
I was on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's what it's here for, so we can all become experts in the things at anything, including administering fentanyl. Why
safely?
Not? It can't be that hard.
Don't forget the word safely.
Safely, yes.
In a medical setting.
I feel like if I showed up at your job and I was just like, I'm Krissy now, like, what could they say?
Dave, she's a lot more energetic than this in the morning.
That's true. For starters.
Our doctor this morning was like, wow, she really talks a lot, doesn't she? But it's nice to hear the positivity because I come in and I'm like, you need a hug.
So on that, we kind of touched on this a couple weeks ago. But we didn't camp out on it. But so I didn't realize where exactly Krissy's work was. I knew that she was a nurse, and I knew she had bounced around between a couple of places or whatever, but I didn't know where she worked. And I was at an appointment with my wife to have a procedure done. And my wife was, I think she was in the procedure at the time. So I was
She
camped out
was.
in her room, and I hear this person just,
She was not asleep yet, though.
no, she wasn't asleep because she did hear you. But I hear this person just like, oh, that person is really chipper for how early it is in the morning. And the more I listened, the more I was like, I recognize that voice. I know who that is. And then you walk by, you didn't look in my room. And then I watched you interact with the room across from me. And I was like, she is the same everywhere she goes, even at work, which is awesome.
What you see is what you get.
100%. She is no
I
different
can't fake it.
no. And it's awesome. Like you don't meet that many people who are genuinely that enjoyable to be around unless they're like,
Genuine
they're faking
ass.
it. They're not that happy. You're always that happy. So it's
There's
fun.
always something to be happy about.
I agree.
Okay, so I love this girl, but she came in and she's had a rough week, kind of like, I did a few weeks ago. She's like, I'm sorry, Krissy, but people are dying around me. And I was like, oh, yes. And I gave her a big hug, and I was like, I understand that. And I feel that. I lived that a few weeks ago. But you woke up today. And she's like, you're annoyingly positive.
Like,
I know. She's like, I love you and I need you in my life. And I was like, that's the nicest thing anybody said to me. It's not even 8:00 this morning.
see,
So today was a good day.
you put it out in the world and you get it back. So
You do. It's amazing how that works.
So on the topic of there's always something to be happy about, tell me about your week on the Govy.
I made it to 20 pounds.
Wow.
So that means 3 additional pounds this week. Super weird. Like we talk, like this is the best part of my week. The fact that we talk like almost daily. Like
That is fun.
I kind of brag to family members now because I'm like, well, I talk to Dave every day. If you guys don't know, Dave is very, very stealthy with his time. And so if you get some of it, like you get to brag about it.
I'm a busy guy.
He's a busy guy.
First of all, I got 4 kids, like right there, and they're all 9 and under. So
whatever. They just raise themselves.
I haven't talked to my mom in 6 years. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
That literally shot over my computer.
That's not true. I love my mom and I talk to her.
No,
every
but
week.
the art show night when she's like, so you guys are YouTubers? And I'm like, oh, you didn't know? And she's
We're a
like,
pretty big deal.
well, this is not the stuff that he talks about in the family group chat. And I was like,
What do I talk about in the family group chat?
that's can I be added? Can I just be a fly on the wall in the family group chat?
There's a lot of group chats that probably happen around the world that I really would love to just be a fly on the wall for.
Right.
Anyway,
so anyway, 3
pounds.
We talked earlier in the week and we were both excited and I was just like, woo, a pound. And then I was like, I had to take a picture of it because I was like, if I text him the day after that I lost 2 more pounds, he's not going to believe me. He's going to think that I'm lying.
Or
so
be
just
mad.
So you all know, right. And my scale's white. Thank goodness. There's no, I could post it on Facebook. It's Facebook legal because I don't know what color your scale is, but like, have you ever seen those sketchy scale photos? So, yes.
Whoa. I didn't sign up for that.
Like, whoa, you should just cut that off at the numbers.
Yeah, just show the numbers.
Just show the numbers. Don't ever Google that either, because I'm sure that, not that I have, but I'm sure that it's not a good idea.
It's probably traumatic.
Scale, don't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that's all you need to Google.
You're helping people.
It was a good week. It was a good week.
So 3 pounds, you said 3 pounds for the week.
Yeah.
So
by the way, I'm long overdue. You're welcome for the membership. Sorry. Someone said thank you a long time ago.
Oh,
And I
yes.
just
5 of them you gave away.
that's
That's
the
so
best I've
nice.
ever been at not squirreling.
That's so nice of you. You get hey, you already give all your time on Thursday nights, and then, like, to all my texts, "Oh, shoot. I forgot to upload."
Did you? Oh, you didn't do the thing.
Well,
But you I
I'm
can't
showing the
believe you
bumper.
didn't do something with every single photo.
I know. I just didn't have
I have to
time.
tell you a terrible story, and I don't want you to feel bad. Are you
Okay,
gonna roll it? You can roll it.
I'm gonna roll the bumper again just so you can see the girl on the Govy, the girl on the pen. Actually, it's in the emojis too. So somebody put those
That was
girl on the
super
Govy emojis.
fun. I feel like a
Yeah.
celeb.
Okay, 1 second.
You gotta see all these photos I sent to him, guys. So terrible, terrible human moment. Terrible mom moment, maybe. I walk into Cassie's room because I was downstairs making earrings. And I walk into Cassie's room because she's downstairs. And I was like, oh, she's like bawling, bawling. And I'm like, are we okay? What's going on? And she's like,
Clearly not.
we broke up. And I'm like, oh, can we stop dating? Because I don't like this. I think it, yeah, no. Let's just not date till we're 21 again.
I don't
Again,
I don't
whatever.
even I don't even think of her as being old enough to date, but she's
Oh my gosh, she's gonna drive in September.
oh my gosh.
Anywho, so then I'm like, comfort, comfort, comfort. I need you to do me a favor though. She's like, what? I
Oh,
need
you're
you to take a
kidding.
few photos of me. And she took those. I'm not kidding you guys. She took like 6 or 7 photos. But I thought, okay, we're going to cheer her up, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry, all of you and Dave, but I have to reiterate to her every time that boys are stupid.
yeah.
They just
It's true.
are. And she's
It's
like,
true.
she asked me one time, would you tell Nick that? And I was like, of course I would. 100%.
I tell him
I
that
have
every
to
morning. He wakes up next to me, I
spell
look over, I
out
say,
what
"You're
I
stupid."
need emotionally. Like, duh. You're supposed to hug me now. Yes, they're so great. So I'm like, and she's just laughing. Like it was a
Is
good
she like,
moment.
"What are you doing and why?"
I hugged her for like 17 minutes and she's like, are you going to let me go? And I just said no.
I
And then I was
remember
like, oh, okay, we can go now.
relationships at that age, you thought like, "I'm gonna marry this person." Or, like
Mhm.
everything's maybe you didn't think that intensely, but like it was the end of the world.
Oh, my mom would plan their like college future. One wanted to do something and she was like, don't you think a dentist is a good job? And I was like, Mom, I'm 14. He's a youth minister now. So I told her that once and I was like, hey, you remember that dentist? He's a youth minister. That wasn't too shabby. He
That's
might be broke,
hilarious.
but he's a good man.
Yeah, he ain't got no money, but yeah, but he's working for the Lord. Um, so okay,
So how was
condolences
your week?
condolences to Cassie, and extra condolences that she had to take those pictures of you. Like she's probably like wiping her tears. I'm just envisioning this, like, and you're like,
I secretly have been avoiding taking her money, which was like $140, and buying him this Nike sweatshirt for like a month. Because like I was just like, this is too much money to spend on him for a sweatshirt. I don't spend $140 on a sweatshirt, whatever. And I just kept making excuse after excuse. And then finally in her room that night, I was like, so this is why I wouldn't buy this sweatshirt. But look, honey, you're
you.
$140 richer.
I don't
That
know.
didn't
I don't know
console
how
her at
helpful
all,
that
but
was. Yeah,
it wasn't.
yeah.
Until
Maybe like
today
a
when she's like, "Can I go to Sakura on Saturday?" I said, "Feeling a little
be
richer
like,
today, aren't
you got
you?"
the money. You got the money. Go to the hibachi grill. So
Sorry,
my
this is confessions of a terrible mom. Sorry.
confession of a hilarious mom, I'll say. Um, and I mean, at the end of the day, she is $140 richer. She's not wrong, and I bet it did cheer her
And
up to take
she
those.
woke up today.
Hey, that's right. Always a
How
bright
many times
side.
can people want to punch me with that line?
My grandma died. Yeah, but you didn't. I don't. What's the problem?
I'm gonna work that into every
Yeah, but
conversation.
are you dead?
Yes.
Life's
So
for the
what
living,
happened when
sweetheart.
you right?
Okay. So
Dave, how was your week?
my week was great. So I didn't have any 3 chicken sandwich lunches, thankfully. Um, I don't think I even came close. In matter of fact, I would say that I had the best suppression with Mounjaro that I have had in probably 3 or 4 weeks this week.
Even
Um,
despite Chick-fil-A's efforts.
even despite Chick-fil-A blowing my phone up, sliding
You
into my
need to
DMs,
see
like,
you're worried about
"Hey,
TikTok.
I heard you got some you
Domestic
got."
apps you gotta worry about.
True, true. I need to turn off those notifications from Chick-fil-A. But, no, it was a good week. So I lost 2 pounds this week. So not keeping pace with you apparently, but, I was happy with that.
Freak
So I'm
accident.
down to 278, and I can never remember when we started our little cousins challenge. I can't remember where I was at.
My
Do you remember
the
where I was
cottage cheese.
weight-wise? Yeah,
I wanna say, well, didn't we just have this conversation? Didn't I tell you you were at 281? I bet there's a video you've cut down that we could
there
figure
probably
that
is. I'll
out
just
on.
go back and watch that.
Just in case you guys wanna know. I bet you can find that video in a playlist somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think he was trying to plug it, but,
Always trying to plug it. So yeah, that puts me at so I was doing a little bit of thinking too. I went back and looked at my
Good night, Michelle. Sorry.
oh,
Tell
Michelle's
Michelle
out.
good
Yeah.
night.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thanks
She's
for providing those pictures
probably
earlier.
exhausted. Her
Yeah,
hands are
it's a
tired. She
lot.
has a lot of information, that one.
I know. And she just she goes 100 miles an hour, keeps up with all of it. Her information is second to none. So I was
Best
looking
part
at
of this show, that one. Sorry. Shut up.
she is. She can be the best part of the show tonight. Michelle H. She did contribute a lot to tonight's show, and she didn't feel good, and so I extra appreciate that because it's hard to do things when you don't feel well. So my highest weight was 319. Okay, 319. That's actually the area code I live in. That makes it easy to remember. So
That
319.
is a song.
That's a song. It could
There's
be.
gotta be a song in there.
It could be. Give me 1 week, and it'll be in the bumper for next week's on the pin
He's gonna
live.
text me at midnight, you guys.
I'm like, hey, I got a great idea for a rap song. So 41 pounds. Sorry, I had to do math on my phone because I'm not smart. 41 pounds down from my highest weight and 34 pounds down from my Mounjaro start point. So I mean, a 2-pound loss in a week for me is like a really big bonus because most often I don't get that kind of loss in a week. I get like a pound. Or if I lose 2 pounds, it's because I spent 3 or 4 weeks bouncing around. So I'm really happy with that, especially coming off the week. Like last week was just really helpful for me. Good night, BJ. Thanks for joining the chat and the stream tonight. Appreciate you. Check out BJ Davis's Discord. So yeah, I guess so. That puts me at 278, and you're at 271.
I'm sorry. I was muted because I was trying to be quiet. I don't know, Dave. 273.
270. So 278, 273. And you've lost more than I have so far. See, I still can't figure it out. Just get like my brain just needs to go, okay, do the opposite thing that
Oh
you
no,
want.
see?
Okay, I'm not sure how entertaining that is for anybody but us. But anyway, good job. I'm happy for you. Let's real quick before we end, can you, Cutie Pie? I hope that you saw that I did a little segment on the Gila monster, except I called it Gila monster for the first 15 minutes until I was corrected. What are you gonna do? Tomato,
I'm
tomato.
glad that there's somebody in the chat named Cutie Pie because that got real weird real
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, not you. I mean, yeah, just Cutie Pie in the chat. I'm thinking back to the text that I sent before I did the girl on the Govy, like little icon before I edited that. I needed a picture of Krissy squatting and making a funny face for it, right? So I sent her a text, and as I reread it back, I'm like, this is a very strange text to get from your cousin at whatever it was, 11 o'clock at night when I had time to do it. I was like, I need you to send me are you pulling it up?
Yes, it says, a full body picture of you squatting, please, in quotes. Just go with it. I promise it's not weird. Of
It
your
wasn't.
profile.
It wasn't weird. That's what I needed to complete the
It's
girl
only
on the
weird if you
Govy.
make it weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird. But yes, Cutie Pie is a member of the stream. And she is the one who gave me the idea for that Gila Monster thing. So yeah, I covered it. That
Oh.
was all for you, Cutie Pie. Thank you for being a member of the channel and
Aw,
contributing.
thanks, Cutie Pie.
But
I'm just blown away that I thought it was a Gila monster.
you did? So I'm not alone.
Forever. Who didn't know that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think anybody who doesn't, I'd never heard of one before. Is it the same thing as a Komodo dragon?
Well, I'm sure it's not, or it wouldn't have a different name.
I don't know. Probably right. That's probably fair. Touche.
Like hamster and a gerbil. Like
Cutie Pie is Teal Queen. Okay, Teal Queen. I knew that she was in the Discord. I didn't remember what her name was over there, but yeah.
Teal Queen. Awesome. Oh, that's confusing.
I know people have different names here on YouTube, and then they go over to the Discord and they have a different name, and I have a hard time just remembering a name. So, like Gila Monster. There was one other thing that I wanted to ask you tonight too, because we don't often talk about this, but for those who are on the Govy or on Ozempic taking semaglutide, like you are like, I don't know, 2 solid months in right now, right?
I'm finishing my 3rd box on Sunday.
So that you're almost 3 months in. Okay, so 3 months.
20 pounds. So I don't know. What do we think?
What do you have for side effects at this point? Any?
So oh, wait a minute. Right? Yeah. No, sorry. I had a 0.25, 0.51. So yes, 3rd box. The 2nd shot of each box, the next day or the 2nd day, I get nauseous. I've only taken the Zofran once. That counts because I took it twice. Turns out I was actually sick.
Yeah, that's right. That was like what, 2 weeks ago or so?
Yeah. Whoopsie daisy. That was actually sickness. That's no wonder that stuff didn't work. But yeah, nothing like that. Usually I would just when I was preparing, I would keep a granola bar in my pocket or something and take a bite and it would go away. And I welcome nausea, like we've talked about. I just rather be nauseous than hungry.
Yeah. When I had those nurse practitioners on, Jenny and Angie, I remember Jenny saying, what did she say? She's like, she's like, I'll take being nauseous because then I don't eat. Like, okay, that's fair.
David, how tall are you?
I am 5'10", 5'11" on a good day.
I'm grandma. I used to be 5'10". I am 5'8" and a half.
So you're the incredible.
Probably only 5'8" now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be grandma. Also, thank you for asking, Miss Bell. A lot. Water, and it still just feels like nothing helps. But I used to be. This is so TMI. I'm a nurse. I don't care, but I used to be so far the other direction. I haven't had a gallbladder since I was 18. So again, I will welcome constipation versus knowing what every public restroom in town looks like.
Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked with the chat. Cutie Pie
Well,
said,
people were asking questions, so I was like,
yeah.
oh, maybe we should answer them.
Yeah, and I will just echo what you're saying too. I was very how do you put this delicately? I was very
aware of public restrooms.
Aware of public restrooms is probably good, but I probably destroyed a public restroom or two.
Like, go to the Quick Star, but not to the Goodwill. Like, we just, those things when you have those problems.
We're really getting off the rails now.
Sorry.
So I would say one of the so let me put this in just the most delicate terms I can. I would say that the GLP-1s fixed me. And I'm only kidding about destroying public restrooms. Oh, but I'm only kidding a little.
Yes.
I'm only
Ew,
kidding a
yes.
little. There was this one time with metformin, but we won't get into it.
Oh, I hate that stuff.
It's terrible. It's terrible, terrible.
I work
But
with
yeah,
a GI doctor, and I was like, "Is this a problem?" He's like, "Yes." I was like, "So maybe we
this is
don't take
not
that
normal.
anymore."
So the GLP-1s fixed me in that regard. So coming soon to a clinical trial near you. GLP-1s for irritable bowel, or what is the word that they use?
Need
Colitis,
diapers.
some sort of
Yeah.
colitis. Yeah.
Miss Bell said, "Mercy needed diapers." Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's an interesting story to go along with that if you ever want to hear it. Maybe that's for the members only line.
That seems like it would. There's sometimes where I post something in members only, and I'm like, is this punishment for being a member, or is this a perk? It's
Right.
a fine
If you
line.
want to hear that fun story, then
Yeah, we'll say
but we should definitely do one of these. I want to hear all these people's voices. Like, call
yeah,
in.
yeah. We're
Caller,
gonna
you're on the line.
I mean, honestly, if I do the call-ins, that really takes the pressure off of the interviews, because the interviews are a lot of work. I
But
love
we want to
doing
know
them.
what the people want to know then.
I love the interviews, and I will continue to do them, but I'll probably just do them separately from this, because they can be their own separate videos. Although I was on
Oh,
Krissy
show.
G's live stream last night. I don't know if you know who Krissy G is. She's the top
I love the name.
dog in the Mounjaro world. She's got like 6,000 followers, and she's got it going on her channel. She's got a really good channel. But anyway, she was doing a call or a live stream last night, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she's like, "We should do a video together." And I was like, "Yes, we should." So hopefully Krissy G and I will get together and do a video at some point. So that would be a fun one. I just got to figure out how to get a hold of her. So anyways, all right, we're at about an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, Sandra said she didn't know my name was Dave. That's all right. If people know me as Man on the Mounjaro, that's good enough for me.
Just say, "Hey, man," like Sue.
Yeah, right. Hey, the
What's up,
dude.
man?
You better do a Krissy G video. Yeah, I better. And she mentioned you, Melissa. She's like, Melissa keeps saying I need to do a video with you. So, and she said the same thing I did. She's like, it's really hard to watch other people's content when you're constantly making content. And I was like, preach.
Melissa said she would call.
Oh, nice. I'll take
Yeah.
lizard spit over Met.
Oh my gosh, the comments about the lizard. You guys make my day. How long can a Gila monster go without eating? They asked. Like, that's a great question. They naturally appetite suppressed. Sorry.
Yes, it seems like they would be. They just swallow their own spit, right? Seems to make sense. All right. Well, with that said, we're going to call it a stream until next week when we do this again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Krissy, who's the best part of this stream? Who's the best part of this channel?
You guys.
All of you, especially those of you with the little
All
DK
of
next to
you.
your name. You make this all possible. I appreciate each and every one of you. Krissy appreciates each and every one of you. I don't want to speak for you. Do you appreciate them?
Of course I do. I love you all. You are
Yes.
all good people.
And thank you, Krissy, for being here. Your segments are the most fun to watch back, I gotta say. As I was editing all those down and watching them, I was like, oh, these are kind of funny. Like,
Stay
I would
tuned for
watch
the
those.
outtakes. We need to do those. Like, we don't have outtakes, but we could like make them,
It's hard
like
to have outtakes when you're
when
live.
I'm
Like
trying to reach through to Dave.
this whole thing is an outtake. All of this.
How I live
All
my
right.
life.
Yeah,
I love you all.
appreciate you all. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Krissy. Thank you, Michelle, for modding in the background. Thank you, Susie Dude YouTube, for coming on the stream tonight. That was a lot of fun as well. And appreciate Cutie Pie for giving me the content to make for the Gila monster tonight. And yeah, so thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for joining, and we will see you next week on the pin.